Welcome to Mika Amcha Yisrael. In Parashat Tisa, we discuss the Jewish people's avon with the Egel HaZahav, the golden calf, a tragedy that has sadly echoed through history. But it isn't just the act itself that remains so devastating, but the alacrity with which it happened. The Torah says, Saru meher min haderech asher tzivitam. They have turned away quickly from the path that I commanded them. It wasn't just that we sinned. It was more like that we fell so fast. Rabbi Gamliel Rabbeinu Shalita focuses on one word, maher, quickly. Every person has bechira, free will. Mistakes are inevitable. When a person rushes into failure, when they fail without hesitation, it makes the descent far more precarious. When we are faced with a nisayon, we have a choice, either act immediately and on the moment or delay. That singular decision is often the difference between victory and failure. Had Bnei Yisrael hesitated for just a moment, the tragedy of the Egel HaZahav may not have ever happened. This is the shrewd tactic of the Yetzer Hara, who knows that for sin, he must push urgency. Do it now before you think. Don't stop to reflect. Yet when it comes to mitzvot, he inverts the strategy. He whispers, of course you should do that mitzvah. Fabulous idea, just not today. You'll learn Torah later. You'll give big tzedakah tomorrow, and you'll fix that midah next week. Moshe Rabbeinu saw through this deception. When he commanded Yehoshua to fight Amalek, he said, "V'tzei lachem ba'Amalek machar." Go out and fight Amalek tomorrow. What does that mean? Amalek's power is machar, tomorrow. Delay, procrastinate, push it off. If he can get at you to hesitate, he knows he won half the battle. But the Torah teaches us how to fight back. When it comes to mitzvot, when we have an opportunity for greatness, we must act with maher, with urgency. And when it comes to the Yetzer Hara, when temptation calls, we use his own weapon against him. We push it off and we simply say, machar. The difference between maher and machar is one tiny stroke in the Hebrew letters. That small gap is the fraction of a second where decisions are processed. That is exactly where generations and greatness is won or lost. And this battle between maher and machar has played out in Jewish history. One moment of urgency changed everything. Allow me to share a story about a gemstone in Sephardic yeshivot. In the heart of Yerushalayim stands a yeshiva that has shaped generations, and one you've most likely passed by on the way to the Kotel, Yeshivat Porat Yosef. It was founded close to a century ago as a stronghold of Sephardic Torah learning, preserving the traditions and raising towering Torah giants. But its story is one of decisive action. One of the major figures behind its founding was Yosef Avraham Shalom, a philanthropist from Calcutta, India, who saw rampant diseases afflicting Yerushalayim. Yet before proceeding, he sought the guidance of the Gadol Hador Chacham Rabbeinu Yosef Chaim, the Ben Ish Chai. The Chacham wrote back with unexpected advice. Don't build a hospital, build a yeshiva. Hospitals will always be built, but Torah comes first. Very few appreciate the value of Torah learning, and it's desperately needed. And without hesitation, Yosef Abraham acquiesced. The funds were directed to the establishment of Porat Yosef Yeshiva, ensuring that Sephardic Jewry would not only survive, but flourish and thrive. It did, until it was attacked. During the Jordanian siege of the Old City in 1948, Porat Yosef was bombarded with relentless fire. The students, despite the danger, continued to learn with Misirut Nefesh, but ultimately the Jordanians captured the Old City and the yeshiva was destroyed. One of those prisoners taken by the Jordanians was Rabbi Yosef Atiyah, the son of the Rosh Yeshiva, and eventually he was released, and Rabbi Yehuda Tzadka Zatzal, one of Porat Yosef's leading figures, took action. He didn't sit back and mourn the loss. He moved quickly. Instead of waiting for the opportunity to rebuild, he immediately gathered students in makeshift learning centers, in synagogues in Geula, Katemon, and the Bukharian corner. But he knew this wasn't sustainable. A new Porat Yosef had to be built. Land was secured, funding was raised, the groundbreaking was set, and then everything nearly fell apart. On the morning of the 26th of Kislev in 1954, the cornerstone of the new yeshiva was to be laid. Dignitaries arrived, Rabbanim were present, but something was missing. The workers, they never showed up. The site was untouched, the land was unprepared, and without the workers, the entire event was truly in jeopardy. The logical response? We'll try again tomorrow. But they came. A group of Persian Jews, never asked, never expected, ran to the site. They grabbed the tools and they started digging. Rabbi Yehuda Tzadka's nephew stood there confused. He says, "Uncle, all I hear is noise." Rabbi Yehuda Tzadka turned to him and he says, No, Narim. That noise you hear, that's the heartbeat of Am Yisrael. That's the sound of Maher. That's the sound of Jews who never wait for tomorrow when there's a mitzvah to do today. Remarkable. Ladies and gentlemen, there are two voices in life. We hear them all the time. One clearly says, Machar, you'll do it tomorrow. There's always later. The other shouts, Maher, do it now. Don't wait. Far be it from me to tell you Machar is a lie. Machar is Amalek. In fact, Machar is the graveyard of lost potential. But Maher is how legacies are forged. Maher is how worlds are built. Porat Yosef wasn't built by people who said Machar. It was built by Persian Jews who said now. So when your moment comes, when Borei Olam places a mitzvah at your feet, a nisayon at your door, a decision in your driveway, listen for the heartbeat. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. And don't say Machar, because tomorrow, that's uncertain. But this moment is yours. Mika Amcha Yisrael. Shabbat Shalom and Mivorach.